Hello everybody. If this is going up on the 25th of December, which it might well be because that's a Sunday, then Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope that everybody's having a lovely day. If it's not, then just ignore all of that and let's get on with the show. A 10 under £10 video for you again, and this one is all about sort of party, glittery, glitzy makeup. And everything is under £10, hence 10 under 10. So let's start, shall we, with the things. First thing, and I forgot to film myself putting this on, is the Topshop Glow Prime and Finish, which is a primer. You could mix it into your foundation as well if you wanted to, I suppose. Oh, I knew that would happen. So much of that has just come out. It's a bit like a strobe cream. Can you see that? It's really, really glowy. So you can use it on top as well if you want to. You can just pat it on top, but it works very, very well as a primer. Just helps to keep your foundation in place. So if you're going for a big night out on New Year, then that just helps to sort of keep things in place and stop it slipping and sliding all over the shop. So that's my first thing. My second thing is also a sort of glowy thing, and this is the MUA Luxe Glow Beam. This is from Superdrug. I think it's £5. I'll put all the links and the prices below, and it's a liquid highlight but in a cushion. Now you know what, it's not as good as a Topshop thing. It's not as good as lots of the highlighters that I used in my 10 under 10 highlighters video, which I'll link to below as well, but I sort of liked it just because it's a different format. And I hadn't really seen this before. So it's like a cushion foundation, but it's not, it's a highlighter. I wouldn't use the sponge to put it on. I think that's a complete waste of time. You could put it on underneath your foundation or over the top. I've patted it on with fingertips over the top. And then onto the eyes. Quite a lot of things for the eyes, actually. The first thing that I used was the Max Factor Excess Shimmer in Copper. And this is a cream shadow, and it's a really, really good cream shadow. You can see that there's quite a lot of shimmer coming off that, but it's not big glittery pieces. It's quite refined and lovely. It says copper, but it's a very pale sort of oystery shade, I always think. It's not really that coppery. Is this copper actually, or have I put the wrong lid on? I might have the wrong lid on this, but I'll double check and I'll put it below. Anyway, that gives a very, very nice base indeed for the Barry M Dazzle Dust, which is like a glittery pigment. It's not as strong as something you'd get from, let's say, MAC, but it's so cheap and cheerful, and it comes in loads of different shades, and you can just press it on straight after you've used a cream shadow, so it's got something to grip to, and it just gives it an extra bit of sheen. So you can just pop it in the centre of the lids if you want. You could also pop it on top of gloss, and you could use it on your face as a highlighter, but I just think it goes everywhere because it's dust. So it's not the most sophisticated way of doing it. I would sort of stick to eyes with these, but loads of really, really nice colours and very, very cheap. So that is a good one to look out for. And then continuing with eyes, I've tried to put as many things on as I can. That warm colour towards the outside is from this beautiful palette, the Rockstars collection, Diamonds in the Rough. If I can get my nail into here and open it up. This is from Sleek. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those shades. So I put this coppery shade towards the outside of the lids. You'll notice I haven't really done anything dark and smoky. I just didn't feel in the mood today. It's all very light and blonde, I suppose, sort of fair washes of light coloured stuff. That's just the mood that I'm in. It's a little bit dismal, and I just sort of feel like I can't bother with anything heavy on my face, and I'm quite tired as well. So, you know, it's just nice to have a bit of wake-up makeup. And then I finished it all off, I love that Sleek palette, with a little bit of Kiko Automatic Eyeliner, and this is in shade 4. And this is the really reddish one that I showed you that was a good dupe of the Chanel one. Now, I know that I could have done gold or something really glitzy and glittery, and that would have been more in keeping with the video. However, I wanted something to give a bit of definition. Look, and I've just used it to the outer corners and a tiny flick just to lift my eyes up where they droop. Well, they don't droop down, but as I've got older, they've sort of pulled down a little bit. So I just counteract that with a bit of liner right at the edge if I'm not doing anything else. And then I smudge it in. And I didn't want to use black, and I thought that brown might be a bit too sort of boring. So this has got a ready tinge to it, and it really picked up on the reddish tinge, warm tinge from the eyeshadows. So that's why I used that one. But they do these in loads of different colours, and they're really good. They last all day, and yeah, under a tenner. Can't go wrong with that. Last little eye thing. Oh, it's another Max Factor. This is the Masterpiece Colour Precision Eyeshadow. And years ago, the makeup artist for Max Factor, Caroline Barnes, showed me a little trick with popping this. This is called Pearl Beige, this shade, just into the corner of the eye, just to wake it up a little bit and give a little bit of brightness and a shot of light to that area. And this is perfect for doing that because it's got a doe foot sponge applicator. You can literally just plonk it in there and then smudge it out a little bit, and it's done. And it really does make a difference, actually, especially if you're looking a little bit tired. Just make sure you don't leave it as like a big lump of glitter. But I use so little of it, I think I could go a lifetime and still have the same one of these. So that's a good investment. And then finally, lips. I've cheated on one of these, which is really, really bad, but I so wanted to include it because it's very glittery and party-ish. But I haven't, I'm sort of winding up with my Christmas and New Year filming now, and there's nowhere else it's going to go, and I really wanted to show it to you. And it's from the Mariah Carey collection for MAC. It's the Cream Sheen lipstick in, what the hell does that say? Maquizzle? I don't know, Maquizzle maybe. I'll link to it below. So yeah, Mariah Carey's done the holiday collection for MAC, and it's just OTT pretty much. But there are things that are very wearable, and this Cream Sheen lipstick is one of them. And over the top of that, so that's a little bit more than £10, but I hope you'll forgive me because it is really sort of festive and glittery and New Year's Eve-y. And if you took that out on New Year's Eve, it'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? With the glittery case. So sorry, but also not sorry. And then I've dabbed a bit of this gloss over the top. This is another product from Kiko. This is the 3D Hydra Lip Gloss. I've just put it on the centre, and it works really well over that lipstick, actually. It's just a really nice sort of nudish, glossy, glimmery colour. And very, very fun if you're going out on New Year. Last thing, hair product. I couldn't have done this video without including my glossing fragrance from Collab, which sort of comes into its own this time of year. It's like a spray-on, very, very light shine that won't weigh your hair down. So if you've got quite fine hair like me, but lots of it, it won't make it look sort of heavy and greasy. So I've spritzed that. It smells amazing. It's sort of like oud, and it's very like oud and bergamot. I shouldn't say that from Jo Malone, but it is. So quick spritz of that as well on the hair. So there, 10 sort of party New Year's Eve things for under £10. Hope that you've enjoyed that video. Again, if this goes out on the 25th, then have a wonderful day, and I shall see you in the next video.